Hi everyone, Mr. McIntyre here. Today we're going to start Module 2, and we're going to talk about equations. Now, since Module 1 was all about expressions, let's start by talking about the difference between the two things. It's easy to get these two things confused because they're very similar. Even the word itself, they're both kind of long words. They start with E, we get them confused, or maybe you think they're the same thing. So let's make sure we really understand the difference. Quick reminder. In Module 1, we focused on expressions. An expression was a math sentence, like 2x plus 5. In Module 2, we're going to focus on equations. Now, the difference is, and you can see it right in the word equation, the word equation kind of has the word equal in it, and that's the difference. An expression doesn't have an equal sign. It's just 2x plus 5. An equation does. So basically, you can think of an equation as two separate expressions that are separated by an equal sign. Something equals something. So I'm going to give you an example, or a couple examples of each one. 3x plus 5. That's an expression. That's a math sentence. It's basically saying take some number x, multiply it by 3, and add 5 to it. Now an equation could be the exact same thing, 3x plus 5, except instead of just stopping there, it's equal to something else. So what I picked for this one was just equals 2. 3x plus 5 equals 2. It's an equation because it has an equal sign. Here's another example. An expression, x squared minus 2x plus 3. That's, again, in words, it's saying take some number x, square it, then take the same number, multiply it by 2 and subtract it, then add 3. That's like a big long math sentence. But it doesn't have an equal sign in it. So even though it's a little bit longer, it's still not an equation, it's an expression. So an expression could be x squared minus 2x plus 3 equals anything else. So for this one, I just made something up. I said 10x minus 14. So that's the difference. Expression is just numbers, variables combined. Equation has to have an equal sign. Now our first goal for this module, or this chapter, is the same as our first goal for Module 1, and that's to take equations and practice going back and forth from actual equations into words. So think about all the same things we talked about in Module 1, where and could mean add, things like that. Quotient means divide, all those same rules, but we're just adding the equal sign in. So the difference is you're going to be looking for words or phrases that mean equals. And it could actually say equals. That would be an easy one. It could say is. If this says 5 times a number is this, is would mean equals. It could say the same as, it could say as much as. There's a lot of different phrases, but you're looking for some sort of word or phrase that means two things are the same. Now the rest of the problem is just like Module 1. It's just, add, subtract, multiply, divide, a number you don't know, you assign a variable, all those same things we talked about. So let's wrap it up with just a quick example. We're going to change this sentence below into an equation. The sum of twice a number and 5 is the same as the number. So the first thing I notice here, what's different about this question that we did not have in Module 1 is this phrase right here, is the same as. That is going to be my equal sign. So now what you want to do is think of this as almost like two separate problems. This is one expression, that's like a Module 1 question, and this is the other one. So let's do each one of those one at a time. The sum of twice a number and 5. Now we know sum means addition, and the sum of twice a number, twice means 2 times, and if it says a number, that's your variable. So I'm going to call a number x. Twice a number would be 2x. So we're doing the sum of twice a number, 2x, and 5. That would be 2x plus 5. So what I just did there in light blue, that's basically a Module 1 question. In Module 1 I said, let's change this into an expression, the sum of twice a number and 5. But now it says is the same as, which is our equal number, or is our equal sign. And then what is it the same as? The number. Well, the number is x again. So I'm just going to put an x over here. And actually that's our final answer. 2x plus 5 equals x. We're not solving the equation, we're just writing an equation. So I did, kind of like we did in Module 1, I rewrote words into, this time, an equation because I had an equal sign in it. And just a couple things to think about. At the end of this question, it said is the same as the number. The number means the same variable you used, x. If I had said is the same as a different number, then you would need a different variable. You might want to use y there or something like that. But that's what we're doing today, and that's it for today. We're just going to practice changing words into equations, equations into words, because that's really going to be the main focus of Chapter 2, is solving equations.